also to be able to pour into their lives. They really are a blessing. They come to Coles Castle and have been, and I thank God for them. It's really a blessing. I mean, from here, they were from my original location in the basement of my home where I started. As you all saw in the video, that was my original location. We have some of the children from there, so thank you. Dr. DaRell Andre Reed is married to his lovely wife, Catrina Reed, and they are a spiritual powerhouse. Together they have 9 children, and their union is an inspiration to single people in the search of their soulmate. He has served as pastor of Spirit of Love Church since 2010, after first serving as an interim pastor when his father, the late Reverend Leroy Reed Jr., had taken ill. Not officially responding to the call of ministry until his early 30s, Overseer started teaching Sunday school at the age of 9. Wow, that's why your children are teaching, but because his children, they're like 3 and 4, they run a reading to class, they're praying. He's also a musician of over 30 years, ministering and teaching music all over the city of Detroit. In his early years, he also ministered in church plays and was a stand-up comedian. Oh, really? I'm finding out something myself. Does that mean we're going to get a comedy show then? That's awesome. Dr. Reed loves education. He has a bachelor's and master's degree in theology and is scheduled to graduate with a doctorate in ministries in 2016 from Destiny Christian University.
Yeah, that's an old man.
That's okay, because he already graduated. Yes, he did. Congratulations to you as well. Overseer has also completed 1 unit of clinical pastoral education with Sinai Grace Hospital. God has blessed Overseer with spiritual gifts. He can interpret dreams, operates in the gift of healing, workings of miracles, authority to cast out demons, just to name a few. Amen. He has prayed and seen people healed from hepatitis, lupus, back pain, injury, kidney failure, migraine headaches, being crippled, arthritis, and much more. Because of these gifts, Spirit of Love Church is known as the atmosphere for miracles. Make sure you let us know what time the service is. As a pastor, DaRell Reed sees the whole community as his parish. He is often in meetings trying to help the community, find jobs for his members, make new homeowners, and find college opportunities for his members. Pastor Reed is now the Vice President of Morningside Neighborhood Association. In 2009, he fed and clothed over 1,500, amen, homeless men and women on the streets of Detroit. And in 2015, Spirit of Love Church was awarded Habitat for Humanity's Faith Partner of the Year. Congratulations to you, to Dr. Reed. Let's give a hand to Dr.
All right. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And that was outdated bio. I told my wife, hey, send her a bio. So she did. It just was outdated. Because since then, I think our church is now 100% employed. So we're not helping people find jobs. We're just trying to help them find better jobs now.
Amen.
They were 100% employed for over a year. Fewer renters, more homeowners. So we help with housing, things like that. So that's a lot of fun to see success with people you really worked hard and prayed hard with. So well, she told us a lot about some of me, and I just want to encourage everyone about the importance of reading, and it is very important to help me out in my life. And I see reading as a journey. When I was growing up, I remember books that I used to read. One of them was Encyclopedia Brown.
Yes.
Anybody remember Encyclopedia Brown? I guess we're telling our age. Encyclopedia Brown. I even remember reading 12 Years a Slave before the movie came out. And those of you who read, if you read before you see the movie, you're excited when you hear about the movie because you already know about the book. But once you see the movie,
like
the movie's good, but it's not as good as the book. It's because the book takes you somewhere that is taking your imagination a place that no other author can take it when it comes to visionary. And so reading is just so important. I also remember a book I read early on in life that I still remember. It's a book called Things Fall Apart. And it was a Nigerian author. It was about how slavery was starting when the Europeans were coming to Africa and were kind of picking communities apart, bringing them to America. And so one thing I've noticed along the way, I see reading as a journey. One thing I've noticed along the way that when you read, it helps with your time management. Because if your mind can move, your mind actually can move faster than you could physically ever move. And once you tap into the speed of your mind, there is nothing you can't do. And so it helps out. Reading helps your confidence level. It helps your spelling. And it also helps your vocabulary. You start saying some words you didn't know you could say.
That's true.
And you can tell if someone's reading or not because just their vocabulary alone. And so these are some things that really help us. So I remember as a child the power of the influence my father had on me. If he was excited about something I did, I was really excited. Just him saying, hey, good job. Oh man, I like that. I was really excited. And I also remember times when I went to my father and he said, hey, great job. But I felt like he should have had more enthusiasm in that. And I would walk away smiling, but I said that wasn't enough. And I remember that, hey, if he would have just pushed me a little bit more, I would have even been greater than I am today. So it's so important for us as parents, as grandparents, as mentors, to motivate, to encourage, to listen, and just to let them know, hey, you can do it. You'll be surprised at the word, how powerful the words are coming out of your mouth to your child, because they want to make you proud. They want you to appreciate them. And if you don't do it, somebody else will. And sometimes that's a bad influence. So you have the first chance. You're the first line of defense for your children. Just show them the love. Show them the influence. Show them that I love you. Hey, if it's something they're not doing right, let them know, hey, you can do better than this. This is unacceptable. I remember my daughter, who's now 12, was having trouble with math, wasn't doing as good. And so I would stay on her. She'd say, well, I got a C. C is not, that's not good enough. Do you know what a C is for an average African-American woman? Nothing. You're not going to get much. Say, for average African-American man, what's average? No job. What's average? Minimum wage. You can't be happy with average. You got to go above. And so I was so proud this year when my daughter, who just had to figure out how to excel in her learning, how her mind works, when this year, all of this year, she's been bringing me 3.4 grade point averages, 3.6 grade point averages. And this was a person who just had low self-esteem. I can't do it. I can't. And now she's walking in like, look at this. Look at this. And I say, oh, and so what I do as a reward, when my children do great, I do great to them. What do you want? You want an iPhone? What you want? Because if you're doing good, get used to having good things. If you're not doing good, get used to struggling, because that's how life's going to be. I'm going to give you what you're going to get in the future. So if you're doing good, hey, what it is you want, I'll go over and above. But if you're not doing good, get used to it. You know, let's drive by the car wash, because that might be where you were going to be working. Keep it 100. Or, hey, let's go in this office. See that desk? It could be you. And when you show them what it is that they can do, oh man, you opening up eyes and you're building expectations. One thing I hate for parents to do to their children is give them low expectations. Oh man, you'll be at McDonald's, you'll do this. And joking, but that goes a long way. So we have to show them that you can be better than I was ever, and I'm going to give you the tools to do that. And when we just open up their minds and let them know reading is cool, reading is okay, they can take it and run with it. And with a person's imagination, when they can describe what they are thinking and put it to paper, there's nothing greater than being able to put your thoughts to paper. That's money. Now you can write books. Now you can write plays. You can do all kinds of things when you can put what you're thinking to paper, and also just tap into the speed of your mind, because you can never work as fast as your mind thinks, but when you can multitask and let your mind be the leader and just move extremely fast, you can do much more things. I don't know how many jobs I have, but if I had to physically do them, I wouldn't be able to do it. But if I could sit back and talk about it, type a few things on the computer, shoot an email here, I think I can take on another job. You understand how important it is today for just to push your children to go greater and influence them that they can do it. I think she wanted me to keep going. Did anyone have any questions? I think I remember one on Saturdays about this time when I was growing up. It was a show that come on, Conjunction Junction. What's your function? Thinking of words that begin with a Y. And those little things just to make people, I can do this. But
Saturday morning.
reading is a barrier. There's so many things that the child or the person will never be able to do. Well, reading is a barrier. I remember a saying, I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounded like it was true. They said, how do you keep something from black people, put it in a book?
That's true. That's what they say.
I don't know if it's true, but it sounds, So we have to be able to open up a book and without pictures in it, and just be able to just go on that journey and enjoy the ride. And here's the thing that we all must understand. Reading is like exercising. The more you read, the easier it gets, the faster it gets. Next thing you know, you better read a thick book, just like you just watched a movie. Just hours, 30 minutes. What was it, speed reader? Anybody remember speed reading? Yeah, so if you can just go there. At first, reading and get you tired, because you're exercising. But if you just hang in there, keep on going.